Well, Halloween has passed and we didn't get a single thing in the month of October, even after that mysterious Billy ghost post. That question mark on that post really had me thinking we're going to get a spooky panel from hell. But fear not, today I have some real news for you. We don't have to speculate out. We're going to speculate a little bit actually, but we got a Twitter post from Larian Studios with real words, not just emojis. I think we may have been trolled before, so we got a lot to talk about. Not really that much to talk about, but I'm making a video on it. Let's jump right in. Over here in the wonderful Twitterverse, just 31 minutes ago as of the time of me recording this, Larian Studios tweeted, "Devblog BG3 patch 9 is coming. Our next major update is approaching. Before then, we thought we'd give you a peek behind the betentacled curtain, our motion capture tech." And then we have a picture here that says Devblog patch 9 is coming with somebody jumping in their motion capture studio. And we're going to get a little bit more information when we click on this Steam post right here. Hello everyone, like a team of infernal reindeer, the next major update for Baldur's Gate 3 is coming in for a smooth Yuletide landing. And Yuletide, for those of you that may be unaware, is another word for the Christmas season. It's an old English word or something like that. You guys are going to correct me no matter what I say. Anyways, yes, new features will be live. Yes, new features will be live before the year is out, accompanied by a festive panel from hell that will give you a peek at what's to come in 2023. So now it's officially confirmed. Before the year is out, so in this year 2022, we will have another panel from hell, and also patch 9 will be coming. In the community update accompanying that panel from hell, we'll go into detail about some of the most discussed topics in the community. So this is really good to hear because, like I said, Larian is kind of silent in between patches, but when we do get a patch and a panel from hell, oftentimes they'll reveal quite a lot. So it seems like this panel from hell is going to be really, really important, and I'm really excited to see what they end up talking about. Maybe we'll talk about, you know, missing classes, subclasses, some class features, the reaction system, and stuff like that. The good news is that we're on track for release in 2023, and we'll have more on that in December. So this is also really good to see because it's been a while since Sven said that 2023 is going to be the release year, and I would be lying if I said that I wasn't a little bit worried in the back of my head thinking, I guess there's a small chance that it could be delayed out of 2023 because Larian didn't talk about it, but this seems like it's pretty dang promising here that next year is going to be the actual release year. Acts 2 and 3 of the story are being actively playtested to ensure that they're up to the same level of polish, and you'll soon discover that there's much more in the works or already complete than what you'll encounter in an early access playthrough. So yeah, for all the people out there that for some reason are under the impression that what you see in early access is the only stuff that Larian has actually done and created, that's obviously clearly not true. Acts 2 and 3 are mostly done, and now they're just playtesting and polishing those two acts up. And the really cool thing is that this next sentence says, our goal is for even the players who have repeated Act 1 over and over again, I'll say over and over and over and over and over again for myself, for hundreds of hours, almost a thousand, to feel like there's a whole new experience in store for them at launch. This is really, really good news. I was expecting a little bit of a different experience when I played the official release. You know, maybe I'll play as a missing race that we didn't have access to in early access, and there might be a few little extra things, but this seems like Act 1 is going to be, they're saying a whole new experience. That's not just like repeating Act 1. I just can't believe it. What are we going to get with version 1.0? We're still paying close attention to all of your feedback, bug reports, comments, your fan art, and jokes. They sustain us, so please keep them coming or we'll grow desperate and you'll discover us consuming pig's blood in the middle of a Belgian motorway like a certain vampire spawn. Whatever it takes to get the game out, you know? In all seriousness though, it takes time to tell a great story, implement feedback, and iterate on such a large game. So we want to thank you for your patience as we get closer to patch 9. We'll see you in December. The dress code is Christmas from hell. So the Halloween spooky panel from hell, you can throw that over your shoulder off a building because we are now getting a Christmas themed panel from hell. And that whole paladin theory that I had going and many other people in the community, I have no idea now. It's up for grabs. It could be the monk, could be the paladin. It might not be either of the classes. Who really knows? But it should be a really exciting, festive one. So yeah, that's the main news for this video, but if you want to stick around, I'm going to go over the rest of the article, which talks a little bit about Larian's motion capture technology in their studios. The main news for this video is patch 9 and a panel from hell are coming in December, so probably early December. I wouldn't think that it would be anywhere close to Christmas, so we have a lot to look forward to over the holidays, and I think I'm even more so looking forward to the discussions in this panel from hell versus even playing the patch itself. I'm excited to see what Larian has to say, and maybe we'll get that official release month perhaps. I'm not entirely sure. Okay, we're going to jump back into the motion capture article for those of you that would like to get into that. Behind the scenes motion capture. We've just opened up a new dedicated motion capture space in Guildford, which is in the UK. So while we have you here and we're telling you things, we thought we'd give you a little peek behind the botanicled curtain into one of the most important tools in our storytelling arsenal, our motion capture tech. I can't even imagine this game without motion capture because it's so heavily based in cinematics. Every single NPC you talk to in Baldur's Gate 3 has this fully fleshed out, voice acted, motion captured scene, which can make it super immersive. I'm not sure if it would really have nearly the same effect if they didn't use motion capture and instead they just animated everything from the actual computer. We have a picture here of someone, a typical day at work at Larian, Quebec. So in Canada, this guy's jumping off a box doing some like finishing move. And obviously all the sensors are following this and inputting all of that into the computer, so then a 3D artist can put 3D artwork over the top of it and have a really professional animation. We've been working with motion capture for years with Mocap-ready studio spaces at our offices in Ghent, Kuala Lumpur, Quebec, and Dublin. So the one in Ghent I actually got to see when I went to Larian Studios in the panel from Hell 5th edition. One of the devs over there took me over to a separate building, which was a couple-minute walk from the headquarter building, and they had an office that was similar to this. In the back, there was this gigantic room with all the motion capture stuff and green screen stuff, and then in the front of the building was maybe I don't know, 5, 6, or 7 desks with computers on them with a lot of employees working at those computers. So yeah, so now they have this motion capture technology in 4 of their studios, so they're able to really just do a ton of work, and it's pretty exciting to think about the future of Larian Studios too, outside of Baldur's Gate 3. What's going to be next? Like, they're growing insanely big. They have studios everywhere. They have this really high quality technology. It's exciting to think about the future. Early on, we began using XSense full body motion capture, which allowed animators and designers to quickly monitor and review data even when working from home, something that proved pretty helpful during lockdown. We integrated Stretch Sense gloves to improve the speed we can get finger data into the engine, and completed major overhauls to our pipelines to allow the optical performance capture data to be quickly imported into our build. I have no idea what I just read, but it sounds pretty dang cool. But as we first began development on Baldur's Gate 3, we knew in order to achieve a truly cinematic feel, we need to improve the quality of our technology and the speed of our mocap pipeline. We have a couple pictures here of this gentleman carrying a crossbow, or it appears to be a crossbow, and this is just super cool technology. It's exciting to see where the gaming industry has gone. And this is actually in these 2 pictures right here are actually in Ghent, Belgium. So I was standing right here in the studio, actually right over here, and somebody, I don't know if it was this guy, I think it was. This guy was actually doing some motion capture at the time, which was really cool. And the rest of the article talks about bringing mocap to their new studio in the UK, in Guildford. You can see they have a gigantic room for the mocap here. I feel like if I was in the game development industry, I might want to work in a room like this. Looks like it would be fun. I'm sure it's a lot of hard work though. The Larian mocap facility is big. This is the largest mocap space we've have at Larian, measuring 14 meters by 12 meters, and currently features 40 Vantage V16 cameras and 3 additional reference cameras, all running through our VFX motion capture software. With a studio of this size, we can easily record a dozen mocap actors at once, capturing everything from complex movements and gestures to stunt work and props. Look at all of these devs or hired actors. It's pretty cool. And then we have an interesting scene right here. And if we scroll down, this is actually the voice actor for Astarion right here. This is Neil Newbon, and he's directing a team of 12 here. They must be doing some important scene. And that's about it for this article. They quickly touch on a pipe leak that they had in their new Guildford office. Some of you guys might remember back in 2020, before early access came out, I remember hearing about multiple floods that Larian Studios was having at their Belgian studio, and we're all like, oh no, we want to play early access. But yeah, apparently they don't have really the best of luck with water in their studios. And they did give us a quick YouTube video. Hopefully it's not the right angle. Hold on. We have this guy right here doing some motion capture for some creature in Baldur's Gate 3. Do you guys have any idea what creature this might be? Put your guess below in the video comments. But obviously it takes a lot of skill to do stuff like this, so they're hiring highly talented individuals for Baldur's Gate 3. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, be on the lookout for more Baldur's Gate 3 content, as I will be covering patch 9 and streaming it right here on this YouTube channel. So I appreciate your guys' support. It's exciting times for us Baldur's Gate 3 fans. We're almost there, and it looks like we're going to get a lot of information in December. Catch you guys in the next one.